In the midst of the chaos and destruction of World War II, a top-secret unit of the U.S. Army was quietly working behind the scenes to deceive the enemy and save countless lives. They were known as the Ghost Army, and their tactics were unlike anything the world had ever seen. The Ghost Army was made up of a group of artists, designers, and engineers who were selected for their creativity and ingenuity. Their mission was to create elaborate deception tactics to fool the enemy into thinking that the U.S. Army was much larger and more powerful than it actually was. They did this by using inflatable tanks, sound effects, and other props. They staged fake radio transmissions and set up fake camps and supply depots to make it seem like there were troops in areas where there were none. Some of the most memorable tactics were used during the Battle of the Bulge. The Battle of the Bulge was a crucial battle in World War II that took place from December 16, 1944, to January 25, 1945. The battle was fought in the densely forested Ardennes region of eastern Belgium and northern Luxembourg, and it was the last major German offensive campaign of the war. The Ghost Army's efforts were led by Captain Ralph Ingersoll, who was a seasoned journalist before the war. Ingersoll and his team used their creative talents to design and build the props and other tools necessary to execute their deceptive tactics. The inflatable tanks and vehicles were one of the Ghost Army's most successful tactics during the Battle of the Bulge. They were made of rubber and painted to look like real tanks and vehicles. They were set up along the Rhine River in a way that made it look like a large troop movement was happening there. The Germans fell for the deception and diverted their forces away from the actual Allied troops. The Ghost Army's tactics were so successful that they were able to deceive the Germans for days, buying valuable time for the Allied forces. In the end, the battle was won by the Allies, and the Ghost Army's efforts were a critical factor in their victory. While the Ghost Army's tactics were crucial in deceiving the enemy during World War II, they also had some funny moments that were immortalized in their unit's history. One such story involves a group of Ghost Army soldiers who were tasked with setting up a fake camp to fool the enemy. They worked tirelessly for hours, setting up tents, fake radio transmissions, and other props to make it look like a real military camp. Once they were finished, they decided to test out their handiwork by inviting a nearby U.S. Army unit to come and inspect the camp. To their surprise, the other unit was completely fooled and believed that it was a real military camp. The Ghost Army soldiers had a good laugh at the other unit's expense and even served them some ghost coffee, which was just hot water and sugar. It wasn't until the other unit's commanding officer arrived and realized what was happening that the prank was finally uncovered. Today, the Ghost Army's legacy lives on as a testament to the power of creativity and ingenuity in the face of difficult circumstances. Their tactics were instrumental in several key battles during World War II, and their story continues to inspire people around the world. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more interesting stories.